Is that what I said? Damn, I sound angsty as shit. What's good? It's Tai Verdes, and you're watching Lyrical Genius, which I kind of am. I'm going to be given one line of my songs, and I have to guess what they are. How deep? Easy. Are you going to love me forever? I think so. If it was up to me, I'd take a time machine, come back and tell you exactly where it is goes. For me, I like it when shit sounds expensive. So like I'm trying to work with the best people that can do live instrumentation for me, because I'm also an instrumentalist. With that comes, knowing who the best people are and having a taste of what you like. And I think that, I worked with, Shweez. His name is Shweez, Kendo, and John, Ryan, and Julian Bennett on this song, and that's why it sounds like this, is because a lot of it is flow of consciousness where I just like let myself say whatever, which kind of leads into me saying some like random stuff, figuring out how to stay self-aware about what I'm saying, and is this something I actually want to say forever? And that's why I like to take a second verse and move it to the first verse and like make sure that what I'm saying is engaging the entire time. Some people get in the room and they're like, don't make the verse good, we need people to listen to the chorus. Like I don't think about that like that. I think about making the whole song a song, and I don't even think about it as like a song. It's more like a piece of art for me. I think it's all about doing what feels good and always just putting your stuff forward, putting your stuff forward, and whatever you have at the time that you think is the best of the time, let's put that out. It's also just good. Like that's what I do, is I try to put the good songs out, Oh man, I got really good at faking and hiding. The way that you're saying it is messing me up. I'm not gonna lie. Dang, bro, I got really good at faking and hiding. I think it's either Real World. Is it Real World? No. I got really good at faking and hiding. Oh, Lord. Okay, give me the next line.
But I'm telling you, there's no way to fight it.
I really good. Oh, I know what this is, but I just don't know the name. You know what? There's 20 songs on the next album. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Okay, wait. I got really good at faking and hiding. Shit. I have no idea. Okay, give me the next line. I need 3 lines.
I want to be happy.
Is that what I said? Damn, I sound angsty as shit. All right, what is it? Happy till it hurts. Oh, see, that's not fair. Okay, yeah. I got really good at faking and hiding. Oh, see, here's the thing. That's a line in a really fast part of the song, so it kind of, I don't think about it as words as much as I do rhythms when I'm doing that stuff. It's like I got really good at faking and hiding. It feels like that to me when I do it. But no excuses. I can't believe I just didn't get that. Damn. I think same flow of consciousness. I think all my songs are serious. Like I think you can look at it like, at least for me, I take them super seriously, and because of the nature of some of them, it kind of makes it lends to a little bit of cheekiness. But that was also because that's my first stuff that I made. Like if you looked at One Direction's first stuff, there's a little bit of cheekiness in that stuff too. But Harry Styles is now Harry Styles. That's what I kind of think about is, that was my 25-year-old self. Yes. Is not a long time to grow, but also like I've been working on this for 3 years. Obviously it's going to be me maturing. I've gone through so many experiences, since then. I've been through the whole entire music industry. That's what, A-OK did for me, is that I got to see everything. I got to meet everybody. I got to know what it's like to be on the radio. I got to know what it's like to be on the radio again. I got to know what it's like to be like in situations where I have to, work with a producer that I've never worked before that's had 10 number 1 singles. I've had to work with producers that's worked with like the coolest people. Maybe it's not a number 1 single, but it's like they work with, really cool alternative indie artists, and I think that with me, using a combination of all those things is like figuring out what I wanted my sound to be. And yeah, of course, if I'm like, don't let me have resources. That's the thing. Don't let me have resources. It's gonna be. Don't let me. I'm dangerous. I gave this thing a good try. Real World. That's Real World. No, I did my best, man. I gave this thing a good try. Oh, Last Day on Earth. Oh man, see, I'm morbid on a lot of these songs, man. I really am. I feel angsty on a lot of these. Yeah, Last Day on Earth. Yeah, man. What are you gonna do if you die, bro? Like if you were gonna die tomorrow, what would you do today? And I think a lot of my songs, like I said, it's like, there's a little cheeky nature in that, the way I'm saying it, but also what songs are you listening to that are making you think about what you want to do right now? What do you want to do right now that makes it so that you aren't hating yourself when you're 70. That's what I'm saying. The instrumentation, that's the taste. You know, I grew up listening to Chance the Rapper, Andre 3000, Kanye West, and seeing those people and what they're producing makes me want to produce things that are just as quality, you know? So like, I'm trying to work with the people that can make those sounds. Kind of hearing Surf, you know, Chance the Rapper's Surf gave me that inspiration of saying like, you can make really cool things and build a fan base. I don't really think about numbers like that. Like some people are like, we need to do it like this in order to be on this thing. I've totally thrown away that entire, you know, that landscape mindset, whatever it is that you're going to call it. I believe like my whole ethos as an artist is that Chance the Rapper wasn't on the radio till his third album. I believe that, you know, like you can pass out CDs and like build a fan base. Acid Rap is one of the best pieces of work of all time. And none of those songs are on the radio. But you know how many people listen to that shit? A lot of people listen to that shit. You know, it's become like American culture at this point. So it's like, what is success to you? Is it mainstream? And I think that this is a radio thing, but like also, I love you guys. But like you need to be doing all of it. You have to be putting things into the culture, but also, you know, doing that mainstream stuff as well if you want to be that. And I think that like I love marketing in general, and that's why I like, you know, the radio, is that you can be whatever you want. Hey, okay, easy. I'd be lying if I said I knew the way. Thinking back on it, do I want to say I just eat shit until I pretend that it's gourmet? But having so many people around the world either not knowing what that means or knowing what that means and wholeheartedly singing those lyrics back to me is hilarious. So I think it's just a great joke that I just played on the entire world. That song, I literally told people to eat shit and then they put it on the radio. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. No one's talking about that. The Guinness Book of World Records needs to call me because I just pulled a great scam. It is great. Yeah, have you seen Forrest Gump? You know, he lands in a pile of shit and you see the fucking face on it, you know, like that's what it kind of is like that type of mentality where I think a lot of people feel like they're, you know, not having a good time. And when they're not having a good time, it kind of can impact your mental. But in reality, you know, just smile through what you're going through right now. And it's not as bad as you think it is because the sun's coming up tomorrow, whether you like it or not. So you got to decide whether you're going to be happy or not, you know. Sometimes drugs. You try to play me on that one. Sometimes I don't care. It's such a wild left lyric if you just say it like that. Okay, yeah, drugs great. I honestly wrote that about very small moments in time. If I'm smoking weed and I've never told my parents I smoked weed before, of course I don't want to tell them. It wasn't like I have these like big anxieties about what I want to tell my parents. If we talk about it, if we zoom out and say like, oh, do my parents know who I am as a real person? Like, does anyone's parents know who they are as a real person really in reality? Like, not a lot of people like what they actually are like. And if you do have that relationship, that's a special thing. So I think that like, for me, talking about my music and like being honest, I've really tried to push that forward. And also like ever since I left school, now that my parents are, you know, I'm older, we talk about things all the time, but I'm just talking about those moments that I felt in those situations. Yeah, I know that's a feeling that a lot of people have when they're like smoking weed and they're like, oh God, my parents who have probably done way more drugs than me are going to judge me. You know, let's talk about that. Your parents have definitely done more drugs than you most times. Stuck in the middle. Loves turns into... See, you're doing it with these cadence. Loves turns into forever. That's what it is. That song inspired my whole next album. It's me talking about love. You know, the first album I was talking about myself, you know, one person. And then the second album I'm talking about my relationship with another person, you know, two people. All the aspects of that, which is, you know, the more physical, not looking for long-lasting shit, and turns into like, okay, now let's try to find something long-lasting. What does that look like? Yeah, and then just writing songs about it. Oh, 5 or 6. That's still like a B, huh? As you can see, I was a lyrical genius. Yeah, guys, check out my new song, 2 Sugars, off my new album, HGTV. Actually, don't listen to it. You're probably not ready.